Depression doesn't always look like sadness. You might know someone who seems fine on the outside, smiling, going about their day, but inside, they're struggling in silence. In fact, over 21 million adults in the U.S. experience depression every year, and many of them hide it from friends, family, and even themselves. Some of the signs aren't obvious. They show up as unusual habits or behaviors that most people never connect to mental health. In this video, we're going to explore 6 weird habits that could actually be warning signs of depression, helping you recognize them in yourself or someone you care about before it's too late. Depression can be hard to recognize, not just for others, but even for the person experiencing it. It doesn't always show as obvious sadness or crying. It often hides behind everyday behaviors and routines. Many people suffering from depression feel trapped, lost, or disconnected from the world around them. They might avoid asking for help because they're afraid of being judged or seen as a burden. And sometimes they don't even notice the ways their mind and body are trying to cope. In this video, we'll explore 6 unusual habits that could be warning signs of depression, helping you understand yourself better or recognize it in someone you care about. Remember, awareness is the first step toward healing. Habit 1. Fear of asking for help. One of the most common yet hidden habits of depression is a fear of asking for help. People who are struggling often feel an overwhelming pressure to handle everything on their own. They worry about being seen as a burden or judged by friends, family, or coworkers. Even when they desperately need support, they might insist that everything is fine and hide what's really going on. This fear can lead to isolation, making it even harder to get the help they need. It's important to understand that asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's actually a brave and necessary step toward healing. Sometimes just opening up to one trusted person can start a chain reaction that changes everything. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a mental health professional, reaching out is the key to breaking the cycle of silence and starting the path to recovery. Habit 2. Impulsive spending, chaki, debt. Another habit that can quietly signal depression is impulsive spending or accumulating debt. You might notice someone buying things they don't really need, making online purchases late at night, or racking up credit card bills without thinking about the long-term consequences. For many people struggling with depression, shopping can feel like a temporary escape, a way to momentarily relieve sadness, emptiness, or stress. It creates a short burst of pleasure or distraction, but the relief is fleeting. Over time, this behavior can lead to serious financial problems, guilt, and even more stress, which only deepens the cycle of depression. It's not about being careless or irresponsible. This is often a coping mechanism for emotional pain. Understanding that impulsive spending can be a hidden symptom of depression helps us respond with empathy instead of judgment. And it reminds us that support, not shame, is what someone in this situation truly needs. Habit 3. Loss of meaning in life. A third habit often linked to depression is a profound loss of meaning in life. People struggling with depression can feel like nothing they do really matters. Hobbies, achievements, or even relationships that once brought joy suddenly seem empty or unfulfilling. It's as if a cloud has settled over their perspective, making everything feel gray and heavy. This isn't laziness or lack of ambition. It's the way depression affects the mind and emotions, stripping away motivation and the sense of purpose. Many describe it as moving through life on autopilot, disconnected from what used to inspire or excite them. Recognizing this habit is important because it often leads to further withdrawal and isolation, which only worsens the depressive state. Offering support, encouragement, and understanding to someone experiencing this can help them start to reconnect with the small moments of meaning and gradually rediscover what makes life worth living. Habit 4. Social withdrawal. Another common habit of depression is social withdrawal. This goes far beyond simply enjoying time alone. People struggling with depression often pull away completely from friends, family, and social activities. Invitations to hang out, phone calls, or even simple messages can feel overwhelming, exhausting, or meaningless. To an outsider, it may look like laziness or disinterest, But in reality, this withdrawal is a coping mechanism, a way for the person to try to shield themselves from additional stress or emotional pain. The more someone isolates, the harder it becomes for them to reach out for support, which can create a vicious cycle of loneliness and despair. Understanding this habit is crucial. Rather than pushing or judging, offering gentle support, check-ins, or simply being present can make a huge difference. Small gestures of connection can help break through the isolation and remind someone that they're not alone. Habit 5. Sleep and eating disturbances. Another habit that often goes unnoticed is changes in sleep and eating patterns. People struggling with depression might find themselves sleeping too much or too little, staying up late into the night, or struggling to get out of bed during the day. Some may eat very little, losing interest in food entirely, while others might overeat as a form of comfort. These patterns aren't about being lazy or indulgent. They are physical manifestations of the emotional and mental weight that depression carries. Sleep becomes restless or excessive, and meals lose their normal rhythm, making everyday life feel exhausting and unmanageable. Understanding these habits can help friends, family, or coworkers recognize that the person is not just off or hard to deal with, but actually struggling with a mental health condition. Compassion, awareness, and gentle encouragement can go a long way in helping someone regain a sense of balance in their daily routine. Habit 6. Mood instability. The final habit we'll talk about is mood instability. People struggling with depression often experience sudden shifts in their emotions that can seem unpredictable or extreme to others. One moment, they might be quiet and withdrawn, and the next, they could lash out or become irritable over small things. These mood swings aren't about being difficult or overreacting. They're a direct result of the emotional imbalance caused by depression. Friends, family, or coworkers might misinterpret these changes as rudeness, laziness, or even personal attacks, which can create tension and misunderstanding. Recognizing mood instability as a symptom of depression can help us respond with patience and empathy instead of judgment. Supporting someone through these emotional ups and downs, offering understanding and encouraging professional help can make a significant difference in their journey towards stability and healing. Depression is not a weakness, and it is not something anyone should face alone. It's a real illness that can be treated, and recognizing these habits is the first step toward understanding and support. If you notice these signs in yourself or someone you care about, it's important to reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or mental health professional. Even small steps like talking to someone you trust or scheduling a checkup can make a huge difference. Remember, asking for help is a sign of strength, not shame. You are not alone, and things can get better. If this video helped you understand depression a little more, share it with someone who might need it. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on mental health, personal growth, and self-discovery. Together, we can break the stigma, support each other, and take steps toward a healthier, happier life.